What's up, man? What I'm about to share with you is going to change the entire course of your future with women. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? My name is Assam from dopelifecoaching.com, and today I'm going to be talking about how to have multiple women chase you at the same time. Pretty damn good spot to be, and it's the spot that I was at before, and I wish a lot of guys get to experience this. So let's go ahead into the video and go into the details. First things first. The first thing you want to do is you want to watch my video, how to message and match with women on dating apps. The link is in the description below. What that video basically outlines is how to, match with and message women on dating apps, but it shows you the optimal way in order to get multiple women that you're matching with. And then afterwards, after doing that, you want to go out, you want to go on at least 2 different dates with 2 different women over the course of 2 weeks, right? So once you have those 2 women and you have 2 weeks of dating each of them, at least once per week, that's when the next steps are gonna come in that I'm about to reveal to you right now. So the rest of what I'm about to reveal to you right now isn't exactly in the form of steps like 1, 2, 3, first you do this, then you do this. No, it's rather just a couple of different techniques that you could use in order to get the women you're dating to chase you, right? So the first one over here is you wanna sparingly mention other women that you're seeing, or sparingly mention other women that you have been out with before, or you have a history with, or even if they're your friends, you wanna mention them to your date. Sparingly, right? Just put it minimum. Don't go fucking overkill. Just do it at a minimum, right? For example, you and so-and-so, let's say her name is Katie. You and Katie you got high once, and then you both got the munchies, and then you just, you ate 3 burgers each, whatever, right? She's gonna wonder, who's Katie? You don't necessarily have to say who she is. You just say she's your friend. Even if she is, great. More women, more competition, right? So you could say that. And then another thing you could do is, if during the date, you're getting a text from a woman who you're not necessarily interested in, but she's pretty, or just any woman in general, what you could do is, this is kind of like an evil tactic, but whatever, it could work. You can go ahead and tell her that you're not interested in this girl per se, but she's pretty. Like, you tell her, oh, she keeps trying to message me to get my attention because she wants to hang out. But like, I don't know, her personality just doesn't cut it, right? She's so beautiful and pretty, but our personalities don't match, right? What that's gonna do is create the desire within her to match your personality, what you want. She's most likely gonna ask, well, why do your personalities not match? And then you're gonna say, whatever, she's not adventurous enough for me, or she's too boring. And then you could go into details, and then she's gonna try to match you, talking about, oh, I was adventurous this one time, I went to so-and-so, we did some crazy stuff. So in essence, what you're doing is you're breaking rapport, right? So there's breaking rapport and creating rapport. You're breaking rapport between you and her to see if she's going to, match yours. She's gonna elevate her game to match yours, which is ideally what you want, right? And then also, if you wanna go the extra mile, you can go ahead and tell her, how do I politely tell this girl that I'm not interested in her without hurting her feelings? So now there's a problem between you and some other girl that she doesn't even know, and she's like, you're suggesting to her, how do I politely tell her that you're not interested, not to hurt her feelings? And then show her a picture of her if she's hot, right? She's gonna be like, oh shit, this guy has hot girls and he's rejecting them. I wonder if he's gonna reject me. I really gotta step my game up. I really gotta impress him, right? It's exactly what we want right here. It's the perfect position to be in, and it's the perfect position for her to chase you, because you are literally telling her that other women want me, and therefore you need to work harder to gain my attention. So another technique you could use, which is something that most likely she's going to ask you, is when she asks, how come you're still single? Or why your last relationship ended, you could tell her something along the lines of, well, I'm willing to settle down, but only when I find someone who does so-and-so, or who has so-and-so of a characteristic. For example, for me, I'm only willing to settle down if I find someone who's fun, free-spirited, and adventurous. You could say, you're only willing to settle down if you find someone who's funny. And then afterwards you say, but most people don't have this quality, hence why I'm still single. So then she's gonna think to herself, am I this? Holy shit, what if I'm not this? If I'm not this, I'm gonna have to at least try to show him that I am, to pull him in, right? And when she tries to show you who you are, to pull you in, on a scientific level, it's called the commitment and consistency bias. You're getting her to commit more to you and more to you and more to you, so that she forms that attachment with you or that connection with you, and therefore wants to chase you more because she wants to get that dopamine rush. And then boom, you're already in the position of power because she's chasing you. And another technique you can use, which, oh my God, this one's awesome, is if she's mentioning other guys she's seeing, or that the fact that she's seeing other guys, tell her something along the lines of, that's awesome. You know, you got to keep your options open. It's up to you to suggest who you settle down with. You got to keep your options open. You can't just rush into something, right? So when you say that to her, she's going to think, oh shit, he didn't react. He didn't show jealousy. You're doing the absolute opposite of most fucking guys who are just, wait, why are you seeing that guy? It's not only me. Wait, I don't cut it. And they're trying to qualify themselves to her, but you're the complete opposite. You're just nonchalant. You're telling her, great. You know, if you find someone you click with, you settle down with them. And then so she starts to think to himself, am I just a friend now? Does he really care? Because if he really cared, he would have said something. But then again, he's not saying anything, excuse me. But then again, he's on a date with me. So it creates mystery and curiosity, which is going to make her think about you, which is just a very simple tactic, and it's very laid back, and it automatically makes her chase you, right? And obviously, if she's asking you if you're seeing any other women, you just tell her, I mean, I'm just keeping my options open right now and, you know, kind of playing the field and see who I click with the most. And then afterwards, after they meet whatever's on my list of requirements, then maybe I'll consider settling down. So you're instantly a prize to her because you show nonchalantness from the previous point. And right now, at this point, you're telling her that you're openly seeing other women. So right now, it's like you're automatically telling her, it's either you chase me or I'm leaving. It's either you meet my criteria and my requirements, or I'm leaving. Or it's hasta la vista, baby. So that's perfect, right? You're in the position of power, like we discussed, and like I say multiple times. So in the end, you win. Another great tactic to show is that you have an awesome date with her, right? Let's say you had an awesome date with her. What you do is you text her when you get home, letting her know how awesome of a time you had with her. And then you just leave it at that. Don't keep texting her like most guys do. And then as the days go by, she's gonna text you, but then what are you gonna do? You're not just gonna respond right away. You're gonna be focused on your definite major purpose, like Napoleon Hill likes to say in Think and Grow Rich. Amazing book, by the way. But anyways, you're gonna be working on your definite major purpose, and then you're gonna respond hours later. Not because you're playing a game, but because you're focused on your purpose. What this is gonna cause her to think is, he hasn't texted me for days and it's taking him hours to respond. What's going on over here? Is he in, is he out? Is he in or is he out? He's responding very enthusiastically, which is what you should do. He's responding very enthusiastically, like, oh, hey babe, I miss you so much. It's great to hear from you. And I can't wait to see you again. When are you free? You're gonna say something along those lines, but you didn't respond right away. So there's a mystery. What's going on? This guy obviously must be busy, right? Now she's thinking about you, which means your value skyrockets, which means she chases you. One of the best ones that I like to use is when you see one of these girls you're dating, you know, on their Snapchat or Instagram story, what you see is, like, for example, they're going out for sushi. Something unique to them, right? Sushi. It could be the famous ice cream spot. You look at it and you tell her that looks delicious, sick invite, with like the rolling eye emoji. And then she's gonna respond with LOL. And then you're gonna be like, I'm serious, where was the invite? And then she's gonna say, I got you next time, right? Next time's on me. And then you say, perfect, when could that be? And then you set up a date, and then at this date, she's taking you to that spot, right? So it's perfect. She's automatically taking you to that date, and you kind of pushed her to do it, but at the same time you didn't. You were joking around, but there was an element of seriousness to it, and now she wants to take you out. And since she takes you out, she's more invested in you. And since she's more invested in you, she's gonna chase you more. And then the rest is gonna be history, right? And so what's most likely gonna happen over the course of the weeks that you're seeing her, and you're doing everything right, like I teach, is, you know, someday she's gonna ask if you're free a certain day. And if you have another plan that day, you say, sorry, but I have other plans that day. Just leave it at that, other plans. And then which is going to cause her to think, what other plans are they? Is he seeing another girl? He said he's keeping his options open. What the hell? Oh my God. And then what most likely is going to happen is she's going to budge in and try to ask, what are these other plans? And what you could say is, oh no, I can't tell you. They're too scary to to tell you. They're information that just can't be disclosed. And then she's gonna think, like, what's this guy up to? Is he fucking like playing with me or something or what? And then afterwards, you could disclose it to her if you're seeing another girl, or if it's just one of your friends. Like if it's one of your friends, you could just be like, LOL, I was just joking with you. I'm seeing one of my friends. But if it's a girl you're seeing and if she keeps budging, and yeah, just tell her the truth. Be like, I'm going out on another date. Because, you didn't just tell her right away like a savage, but when she kept persisting, you told her, right? So either way, either one of the two, you are a man of higher value because you're keeping your schedule not just fucking wide open and empty just for her. No, you're a busy guy having a busy life and an active social life, and because of that, you're automatically a higher status man, which is going to make her want to chase you regardless. It's also very likely that during all of this, she's going to be texting you something along the lines of, where have you been? I missed you. You went ghost all of a sudden. To that, what you're gonna say is, oh my God, babe, I can't believe I heard from you. I'm so happy to hear from you. And I'd love to see you. When are you free for us to hang out? When are you free for us to schedule another date? And so when you say that, you're super enthusiastic, but your actions aren't exactly showing that enthusiasm. You're not revealing all your cards down on the table at once. And so this creates more mystery, and therefore more tension, and therefore more chasing. And we all know what the tension is going to create, right? It's going to lead to somewhere else. Another great tactic that could really work, especially during the beginning phases when you guys have been talking on the phone, it's a couple weeks in or whatever. Tell her a couple times that, remind me to tell you about something very cool later. She might be like, no, tell me now. Be like, I'm super busy, but I can't wait to tell you about it later. Call me tomorrow. And so tomorrow comes. She's like, what's the thing you wanted to tell me about? You tell her to call you. So now she calls you. You're putting her in the position to chase you. And then you two are on the phone. She's immediately asking, what is it? But you drag it out, you just play around with it. Be like, oh, what are you talking about? And then you guys are just on the phone, chit-chatting, joking around, doing whatever the fuck it is. And then afterwards, later, you just tell her, no, I was just joking with you. It's just an awesome date idea I have for later. And you're going to love it. I hope you love it, because I hope you love it. This is a way to gauge if she's actually worth it for you, right? That's what she's thinking. And then in her head, she's like, fuck, what if I don't make it with him? What if this date idea that he's suggesting is just, it's a deal breaker? And so that kind of creates tension, and at the same time, it creates mystery, and at the same time, it creates that sense of chasing, because it's like she can't get enough of you. It's like you're always back and forth. It's not like you're playing a game, but you're more of a challenge, and it just kind of seems like you're very high status, like you have standards for yourself. It's like, I'm taking her to this very fun spot, and if she doesn't like it, I'm gonna fucking haul ass. So what she thinks to herself is, oh, what is it, this plan? It seems so fun, but then he seems complex. It's like he's in, he's out, he's in, he's out. And that's gonna trigger the curiosity. Women do it all the fucking time, so you could use this to your advantage if you play your cards right. And last but not least, I just recommend that you end all of your interactions with her with, call me, shoot me a text, keep in touch. Any variation of any of those three. Call me, text me, keep in touch, whatever it is, whatever that you're most comfortable with. And so that's gonna suggest to her that she has to call or text you, so that when date ends and you don't call or text, she's thinking in the back of her head, well, he told me he wanted me to call him or text him or whatever the fuck it is. And so that's kind of like an excuse for you not to text her. And then she's thinking, wait, but how come he doesn't text me? Well, it's because you're super busy. That should always be your excuse. I'm just super busy focused on so-and-so, which you should be. I'm just super focused on starting my own business. I'm super focused on this. I'm just super focused on that. And then she's gonna think, this guy fucking means business. He's building his future. He's really focused on that. And he's not just focused on me, right? I'm part of his fun, but I'm not all of his fun. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure if I'm part of his fun at this point, which makes her think more and makes her try more. And what you want to do is for her to try more for you, right? It's not that it's a game. You just want her to show more effort, put in more effort, right? Why would you just settle for anyone less than that? It already automatically just shows that you're a higher status man, and women all fucking love higher status men, right? It's how they carry themselves. And then over the course of, all these dates, you're doing this with more than one girl, you develop that non-attached attitude. You develop that non-attached attitude because you have multiple women treating you like a fucking king. You've literally trained them to treat you like a high status man, which you are, and then that's going to become more and more real and more evident when you see that multiple women are chasing you, and that's giving you even more confidence and more swagger, and you're just carrying yourself in such a fucking different way than you used to, and such a high status way, and then it's rubbing off on her. She's like, this guy's different. It's like he's not carrying himself like normal guys do. He just, the way he talks, it's something about the way he looks at me. It's something about the way he talks to me on the phone. It's something about the dates he takes me on. All these things, they're an amalgam and a mixture of just a high status man. And then you do this with multiple women. You have multiple women chasing you. You have multiple women chasing you. They're all chasing you because you've been following what I teach. And then you're just good emotions for them. You're mysterious and fun and positive. Everything is positive. Her feelings towards you, and there's sexual tension that's building up, you know, amongst all this. Sexual tension is just building up, like, oh, I can't get a hold of this guy, but I love the time I spend with him, but I love when he texts me, I love it when he's so flirty with me, but then he's just not available all the time. And plus he said he's seeing other women, or he might be seeing other women, or he's open, he doesn't know if he's gonna settle down yet. What the fuck? Like, it's gonna drive her nuts, but in a good way. You wanna drive her nuts in a good way. She's going to chase you. Right? You have multiple women chasing now. After you do this, you're going to have multiple women chasing you, and then you're the winner, man. Right? You followed everything, and then boom, like you won, man. What you want to do is win. You want multiple women to chase you. And guess what? You're not even going out and actively doing this. They're just coming to you, bro. It's really not that hard. So just follow what I teach, man. It's really not that simple. And if you'd like my personal help, the quickest way is to go to my website, www.dopelifecoaching.com. Show some love on the bottom, like and subscribe, and let me know what topics you'd like me to cover. I'd be more than happy with you guys. You know, just let me know what you'd like me to cover. I'll be more than happy to cover it, and I shall see you soon. Take care, man.